The unleader-like moment that I would like to share is about an April Fool's joke gone bad. I'll tell you the story, and then I'll share a four-step process that we can use to recover from unleader-like moments. So I'm driving into the office one Thursday morning. It's the day of our weekly team meeting. It also happens to be April 1st. So I think, hey, I'm going to pull an April Fool's joke on my team. I come up with this not so brilliant idea to tell the team that I'm going to resign. And I enlist the help of a couple of people who are going to be at the meeting to support my story. So at the end of our meeting, I drop this bombshell news on the team. I'm expecting that I'll get a few people to say, oh, you're just pulling a prank on us. You're not leaving. It's just an April Fool's joke. Well, I do get that response. But then I continue on with the story. I keep the ruse up, and all of my co-conspirators start chiming in and they're supporting my story. Suddenly, the meeting goes south. People start to cry. Several people get up and leave the meeting. I found myself experiencing a very unleader-like moment. So here's a four-step process that we can use to recover from these unleader-like moments. The first step is to acknowledge that you've had an unleader-like moment. Most of us would rather just ignore the situation, move on, put it behind us. The reality is that we need to acknowledge that we've messed up and we need to do something about it. The second step to recover from an unleader-like moment is to admit your wrongdoing. One of the greatest ways that you can earn trust and respect back from people after you've experienced an unleader-like moment is to admit your mistake. Own up to what you did, and you'll get a lot of respect and trust in return from people. The third step to recover from an unleader-like moment is to apologize. I apologize to the entire team and to those people who were most severely offended and affected by my poor sense of humor. I apologized one-on-one. Apologies are a very important step to recovering from an unleader-like moment. And then the fourth and final step is to make amends. You need to put some sort of action plan in place that will repair the damage of what you've done. For me, in my unleader-like moment, it meant using more discretion around my sense of humor. I've refrained since that time from pulling practical jokes on topics or issues or people that I'm just not quite sure about how they'll be received. So I'm using much more discretion in the way I use my sense of humor. So hopefully that four-step process will help you recover from an unleader-like moment. Acknowledge that there's a situation, admit your involvement in it, apologize for what you've done, and make amends to those who were most severely offended. Following those four steps can help you recover from an unleader-like moment.